everyone, it's Jav here from Medieval Mirage. This is partly a voiceover, but mainly you will be getting a tutorial because this is all about faux coffee stain impressions and how to do these without necessarily having to try and do it yourself when you're actually doing the coffee staining process. I've only doing a voiceover because I've tried to edit this video and streamline it for you and get right into the nitty-gritty. So here I'm just demonstrating to you the effects that you can get and what they look like in your journal. This is just one of my personal journals, and I'm just flicking through to try and find some more of those effects. But anyway, the point though is here. We'll get started. I'm just going to pause it for a moment because I'm going to be showing you how to do this technique. I will also be attaching another video straight after this one, so please bear with me as I load that one up when this part finishes, and I do appreciate your visit here, and I hope you can enjoy this tutorial and try it out for yourself. Alright everyone, so here we go.
Right, you'll be alerted to when that comes up. Alright, so we've got an image here, and I just want to check, yep, I'm in frame. So these are the kind of effects. So how do we go about them? Well, I have here a scrapbook or a watercolor book that I've pulled apart, and some of them have these incredible covers. Now I'm not sponsored by these people, by the way, but I love their products here in Australia. But this is a great stencil. So look at all your sketchbooks and pull them apart, because that will come in handy. And so is this. I'm going to be using that in a project that I've been thinking about. So stay tuned for that one when that happens. But also on your scrapbook, your sketchbook, sometimes they will have like a cardboard where they're displaying who they are and how many pages. Keep those, because these are what you can use to create your stencils. I've also shown you how, so check it out as well. I'm just checking the time, yep, 5 minutes. I've also shown you how to make your own tear rulers. And these are great because with your cardstock you can make your own stencils of a teared effect. And these are great for your stenciling. It gives you that jagged edge. So if you want to know how to make a tear ruler, or how to tear your papers or aid your papers or edges of your papers, I've got tutorials for that. So please check out my playlist under tips and techniques. I'm just not talking properly today. I'm so sorry. So let's get to it then. All you'll need is an ink that is going to match your coffee staining or your tea staining for that matter. And you're going to need some sponges. Now I have an assortment of sponges. I can't help myself. I use makeup sponges. I use sponges that you use for your washing your dishes. Not that I do that because I've got a dishwasher. Thank you for the dishwasher. Or big sponges like that. I've even got a makeup sponge that, oh, where is that? Can't see it now. It's underneath all that stuff that's out of shot. But yeah, so but also another thing you can use as stencils is like your die cuts. I just found these just quickly. So you know, you can use your die cuts, you can use your scraps of paper, your anything that you can lay your hands on. And also you can go outside and collect some leaves if you like and use that as a stencil. So So these are the ones that I like using. This one is, they're both from Ranger. This is Espresso. This is Potting Soil. I think I've shown you that one before. But let's get to it. Okay, so a lot of us kind of like that, something like this. So if you put it on an angle, it will give you a bit of interest to your paper. So I'm just inking up my sponge. I'm using this sponge for the time being. And you're just going to stamp it up like you would other things. So that's how easy it is. And you can go as light or as heavy as you wish. And there you go. You've got that amazing effect. Okay, so note paper. You might want a full page of that. So you might have to be a little bit gentler with paper. It may require a different application technique, like I'm doing here. So, sorry if my hands are in the way. I'll do it on the other side as well. But that's basically all you do to get that effect. And you can always just smooth a little bit away, whatever you think looks a little bit messy from your efforts. And you can even define it by just going around it a bit more where you've left your impression, and that can make it almost 3D for you. Okay, so that's how that looks. What do you think? So that's how easy it is. And then you can lay it over again so that it looks like you've had a few papers. Oop, I got a bit dark there. But if you just dab around, and remember, you just want ghostly impressions. I'm just going all the way around. So there's that effect. And once again, with the excess, you can just add a bit more around it to give more of that, it makes it stand out a bit more. So that is how you get your effects. I hope this has been helpful to you, everyone. Thank you so much for your company. I hope to see you.
Okay everyone, so I've just paused it because now I'm going to add our next one. So please bear with me, and I will have to find the timestamp on this one. So here we go. So I'm going to just pause it and find the timestamp. I think it was 1:36. Just to save time as well for you. Alright, thank you for your patience. Here we go.
So easy, so simple. And I'll just show you a couple more. So, you know, you don't have to do the full page. You can just do little impressions like that, and that can look great. This wasn't done. This was coffee stained, but I just wanted to put that impression there. So I didn't do on that many on that side. And then yeah, so we've got that impression there. So it just takes things to the next level. So let's do some more together. So like I said to you, save all these from, if you've got a lot of your watercolor books or scrapbooks that will have something like card, or like, this is well made, this is plastic. These are your stencils, guys. This is what you can use to create some fantastic impressions. You've got your note paper, the sketchbook paper. I also was telling you just before about using, I've got a tear ruler tutorial, how you can make your own. you know, cardstock that's torn, and maybe we can do a couple of those. But you can use your die cuts. I just found these quickly. I've got more, but I couldn't find them. Everything is like a black hole in my art room, so yeah, everything goes missing. But anyway, let's make some more impressions. Like I said, these are the colors I like to use. Potting Soil and Espresso. These are both by Rangers. So they kind of blend in really nicely when you're doing your coffee stain papers. So here we go. Now I like to put mine on different angles, and sometimes even in the center of a page. So think about, just remember the composition of your journal, and then go about placing them in a way that's strategic. So all I'm doing is I'm just getting my blending tool, which is always just whatever I've got on hand. I like using big sponges or makeup sponges for myself personally. I just feel it's a lot faster. I tend to be a little bit rustic and rough when I'm doing this, so for those of you that aren't, I do apologize. Okay, so there you go. So when that's folded, there's an impression there, and there's an impression there, which I think for me, well anyway, it's pretty cool to me. So let's see. Let's now, we'll go, what else can I use? I'll just do this one with you. So remember how we were doing an overlay? So with the different papers, like with paper, I tend to do this up and down one because I don't want to tear the paper. Sorry if you can't see my hand underneath, but I'm just doing the same technique. Oops, see, I've lost my place. That's where it gets scary. So you've got to try to keep it in that one spot. And there you go. And like I was showing you before, if you don't like the bit of excess, because I'm a bit heavy-handed, you can actually just go over it again and add a bit more around it so that it can make it even pop out more. I hope I'm in frame, yes. Right. Just got to make sure. So there you go. That's the effect. I'll just turn that around, that you can create for yourself. What else can we use? Let's do this one. Have we got a bit of extra time? Yes, we do. What was it that I wanted to show you? I can't remember now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm sure there was something else I had. If I remember, I'll definitely show you with another tutorial. Okay, so sometimes you may prefer other kind of shapes. So that's that kind of a shape. So that was the stencil there, a die cutter, I should say. Was I off camera then? I'm sorry if I was. But all I did, let's do another one. If I was, I do apologize. So yeah, that was just a die cut. And it just kind of leaves a kind of a doily effect. And you can put your doilies on there. You can do all sorts of things. So maybe we can do another one of these. So this has got the square ones. And what I might do, how about we do this? And do that. And okay, so just something rough. And we can do it like this. So if I do run out of time, I do apologize, but I will be back. Now, sorry, I'm very, very heavy-handed. with my ink application sometimes, and that does happen often. But anyway, I'm just going around these. Anyway, I hope everyone's well and having a good day. Okay, so there you go. That is how you can create some really interesting effects. If you want to know how I made my tear ruler, like I said, there are tutorials in there for you to check out. I think it might be under tips and techniques. Alright, so I prefer a bit of grunge. Was I off camera again? Oh, I hope not. I do prefer a bit of grunge because I think it just adds to the character of the papers. So that's what it would look like. Fold it up on that side, fold it up on that side, just some ghostly impressions. If you really wanted to go over the top, you could do a little bit of a tear mark here. I think I'm going to run out of time. Oops. So, you know, you could have like something going off the paint. Oh, and I was off. I was off camera. I am so sorry. I did it again. Anyway, everyone, but you get the idea. That's how you do your impressions without having to copy stain. Thanks everyone for your company. Take care. Bye.